to Adventures with Vehicles. Today I am going to be making a fuel tank out of this sheet of aluminum for my 1953 Ford Jubilee tractor. I could buy one of these tanks, but I want to make one. So this is what I'm going to start with. I pretty much already got laid out. I'm going to cut it out with the plasma cutter, and then I'm going to clean all the aluminum really well with acetone and a stainless steel brush, and then I'm going to TIG weld it up. And hopefully you enjoy this video. Let's get started. All right, you can see I have this laid out. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to start here in the center, and I'm going to cut in this piece of metal here, because this piece of metal and this piece of metal doesn't matter. So I don't want to have a round start in the middle of my work piece. Make sure you always wear eye protection when using a plasma cutter. All right, we'll get this guy mocked up. Can't speak today. That one's about where I want it. Might change as I move it around. And this one I'm not going to clamp on this end, I'm just going to hold it. Apparently today I can't hold anything still. As you can see, I got some imperfections there, but I can fake that with a welder. Just be a little bit more aluminum to fill in. But these will be my bend points that will come up. So this will probably be my bottom of my tank. I won't have to work out the driveway much longer. I'm having a building built in the backyard as we speak, so the hillbilly activities in the driveway won't be as much. I've probably built 20 cars in the driveway in the last few years. Again, just use your straight edge the best you can for mock-up. Doesn't matter if you're using a plasma cutter, sawzall, grinder wheel, circular saw, jigsaw, whatever cuts your metal the best for you and gets you the best outcome. You don't have to have fancy tools to make things. You will have to have an AC welder if you're wanting to weld aluminum. It doesn't, you can use a spool gun, or, well, actually you won't have to. You can even gas weld it if you're good enough with it. Me, the only thing I can do with the torch is set stuff on fire on accident. That's why I don't play with them. All right, just in case there was any confusion on how I cut these two pieces out. Okay, let's just pretend like these are already bent. This will be the top or the bottom. This side will get bent up, this side will get bent down, and then it'll make a box. And then I got a really cool thing from an old fuel cell I had, and I'm going to cut out a circle, and then it'll bolt down with either a cork gasket or a rubber gasket, I'll probably use cork because it's cheap, easy to work with, and it works great with fuel. And I'll grab the piece and show you what I was talking about. So this will be in the center. It has my vent with a rollover piece in it. Like I said, this is from an old fuel cell I had. I think it came off of a plastic one, I remember. Or it might have been something I picked up at a swap meet. But this will be right about, I'd say probably about here. That way it's more closer to the steering wheel and where the hood opens for the filler. And then I'm gonna put two different ports on the bottom of the tank. One for the fuel bowl, and another one is going to be for an actual drain itself. The drain one will be a little bit larger diameter than the one for the fuel bowl, so if I get any contaminants or anything in there, it'd be easy to flush it out. But hopefully this turns out and looks good. I think it'll fake together real nice. Hopefully you can see that with all the sun. So this is going to be that guy right there. So if you're curious of what I'm doing, that's off to one side, but I'm going to put it more probably about, I'll have to look on the engine and take some measurements, make sure I can put it over here. But if not, I'll put it right here, and then I'll put another one in this general area here. That one has it more in the center, but I'll probably come back a little bit, or I'll just center it to be the same. This one sits up a little bit higher in the middle. I might lose about a half a gallon of fuel because I made the tank square and not, you know, different shapes and everything. So, but I'm just going for being practical and easy to make, not super hard to reproduce. This way it just goes in, bolts, works, and does the job that it needs to do. And then maybe later on I'll make a custom exhaust for that tractor as well. It's going to be my little hot rod, but not. I just need it to go out to the farm, and that's my grandpa's old place, and mow grass and do its job correctly without getting rust in the carburetor every time I use it. Now this piece is going to be for the fuel cell for the 1953 Jubilee tractor. Now this will apply for making any kind of fuel cell, ice box, oil catch cam, just whatever size you want to make it. All right, as you can see there, that will be the bottom or the top, I'm not sure yet. Go across that one just one more time. All right, we got the fuel cell welded up, as you can see here. I'm not the best welder, but like I said, I've only been doing this for a little while, a month or two. Well, probably about 3 or 4 months now, but I haven't done very many aluminum projects with a TIG welder yet. But I got my holes cut. This is an old bladder cell top I had laying around. I've had it forever. I'm going to place this in here, mark this out with some transfer punches so I can drill it. And then these are rib nuts. They're like rivets that bolt stuff down. They'll go in between here and the tank. The rib nut will be on top of the tank, and then I'm going to use a cork or maybe even a rubber fuel resistant gasket. I'm going to put between here a cut to fit gasket, so I will be able to service this if I need to, take this off for any reason, or reseal it. If the vent tube goes bad, I can take it out and change it, because it has a rollover thing in there as well. I will fill this full of water to check it. I may move this and just do a slight pressure test. Make brackets for it to fit into the tractor. I have to get the tractor drug around. I'm not doing that right now. It'll be in a later video of showing you how to redo all your fuel system, rebuild your carburetor, and convert your tractor over from 12 volt to from 6 volt to 12 volt. Let me rephrase that. And go from points to electronic. So hopefully this will help you out. The tractor had a steel fuel tank in it, rusted out on me a couple times. My grandfather's old tractor. I could have bought a fuel tank for like 200 bucks, but I wanted to make one, and so that's what I did. Hopefully you learned something from this. If I didn't explain something correctly, please correct me in the comments so other people can learn. And if you want me to make something else like this, let me know what you want me to make. And thank you for tuning in.